What is going on, everyone? My name is Jake, and today we are going out to take some drone pictures of a container ship that is transporting some yachts over from Germany here to the United States. Their final destination is in Baltimore. However, we're going to go intercept them around Annapolis, hopefully around the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, where we're going to take out a chase boat where we can go find this vessel and take some drone pictures for the client, for the owner. This client, who is a yacht transport expert, where they deliver yachts all over the world, contacted us about 2 weeks ago to set up a time when one of their vessels was coming through the Maryland area to have us go out and take some pictures that they can use on their website, in their marketing brochures, and for using as collateral to send to their potential clients when they're trying to win over their business. They can use our award-winning drone footage to help showcase their process and their abilities. So we've got the DJI Mavic 3 Cine today, which will be nice with its extended flight times when we're flying out over the water. The plan is to bring you all along with me for this unique adventure as we take the drone and fly it off of a boat to go fly and capture a bigger boat, essentially, with bigger boats on top of it. So I'm going to try to film as much as we can. There is a little bit of weather that's supposed to be coming into play, so that may play into this later in the video, so make sure you stay tuned. All right, we'll see you guys on the chase boat.
Before we dive into this unique journey of capturing these epic shots of yachts on a ship, I want to share a valuable lesson I learned during this incredible experience. Being a drone operator isn't just about operating the equipment. It's also about adapting to unpredictable situations, thinking on your feet, and relying on your expertise. And this project was a perfect example. Originally, the plan was to film this project in the port of Baltimore as the ship came under the Key Bridge. However, when I woke up the morning of the drone shoot, I had noticed that there was a weather pattern coming in the afternoon during our planned arrival of the vessel into Baltimore.
All right, you just want to cut it for a second while I take off?
Thinking on my feet, I called the client and explained to them the situation. I mentioned that there was a second option, that I could drive down to Annapolis and potentially get on a chase boat to capture the vessel going underneath the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. The client agreed, and I began to travel down to Annapolis. We were all set to capture the arrival of this massive container ship carrying the yachts. Our client predicted the ship's arrival time at the Chesapeake Bay Bridge to be 4 p.m. based on its speed it was traveling. We decided to arrive at the Bay Bridge well ahead of time, even though it seemed like we had a comfortable window. And thank goodness we did. The ship ended up passing under the bridge much earlier than the client's prediction. And that's the first key feature of a good drone operator. Being prepared, always ready to think on your feet, and making good decisions in the moment. That was not the only problem we faced that day. As we headed out on our chase boat to capture those incredible shots, we encountered engine issues on our own boat. You might have noticed the engine sputtering at the beginning of the recording. Turns out it was just the engine adjusting to new fluids. This unexpected hiccup meant we had to rush everything, even our drone takeoff. The result? Some sideways footage and a bit of missing context. So, what do we learn from all of this? 1. Showing up early to an event is always a good idea, allowing you to handle unexpected situations. 2. Relying on your expertise, experience, and training is essential in every moment. And 3. Staying calm and collected during stressful situations can make all the difference. So, as we embark on this exciting adventure of capturing yachts on a ship, keep these lessons in mind. It's not just about the epic shots, it's about the journey, the challenges, and the growth. Let's dive in. So you can see here, as I'm approaching this container ship with all the yachts, I'm trying to first match up my speed to its speed to help ensure the photos are in focus. So I'm really just starting to fire away because our window here is so short. I think this whole shoot took about 10 minutes. And you can see me just looking up to see our distance to the Bay Bridge and how much longer we have till I need to duck down. You can hear the captain also saying that there, mentioning the bridge is coming up, which is always great to have good communication and a good captain on your chase boat. There I am checking again, just my distance to the bridge. Now the main goal from this client was to capture the top-down looking shot. So you'll see and notice that a lot in this video is that I'm trying to angle the camera down like it is here because that is specifically what the client was looking for. They also said, it would be nice if we can capture some nice scenic shots like I'm trying to do here with the bridge in the background. So that's what I'm going to start doing now. And you can hear the captain basically saying the ship is going under the bridge now. Now they also wanted some nice video footage, potentially of the ship going underneath the bridge. So that's where you see me flip to video mode just quickly. Don't really have much time, just hit record right away and see what we can capture.
Can we follow them under the bridge? All right.
Yeah, you can hear me asking, can we take our boat and follow them underneath the bridge? So here I'm bringing the drone down and making sure we're being a safe distance away from the bridge, as well as the container ship itself to get some nice close-up shots. This is our first look at how kind of big of a scale this boat truly is. You can see someone walking on the stern of the boat over there. You can see me here just waiting a second. I want to make sure I'm actually underneath or past the bridge before I start.
We're clear.
You can hear me ask, are we clear? Make sure that the drone is clear of the bridge so I can start bringing it up. But yeah, going back, you can really start to see the scale of this ship carrying these boats. I mean, these boats are big. Some I would say are, 60, 70 feet plus. And I would say there was about 16 yachts on this entire vessel, just to give you a sense of scale. And you can actually see us, that little boat coming in the background there. That is us on the chase boat, just coming along. Just looks like any ordinary boat going underneath the Bay Bridge. And you can see there getting some nice parallax shots with the bridge in the background there. This is a great view of the POV cam showing how I'm capturing these parallax shots, moving this right stick to the right and the left stick to the left to create that circular motion. Just bringing the drone back in to get some nice closer up detail shots. One of the toughest things about filming really anything from a moving boat is all the unexpected waves. Because when you're looking down at your screen to try and frame up your shot, you can't really see the waves ahead and account for that with your legs trying to act as springs to smooth everything out. When you can't see and expect the waves to come, it makes it a little more difficult, and the unexpected movements can sometimes cause some unwanted jitters in the end footage. Here we are just letting the yacht pass by to get a nice pass by shot, whatever that means. Sometimes you just have to go with the flow and try and capture what you think feels right in the moment. Here you can see me kind of going up, try to get some more of those top-down looking shots. Here I can already tell the lighting is a little tough. It's a little harsh on the highlights. You can see me trying to adjust for that here at the end of that clip. At this point, we're really just trying to capture as many different angles as we can while we still have the boat in view. So, really just trying everything at this point. Whatever comes to your mind, just try and capture it. Stay steady and smooth. I had just subconsciously noticed the captain had slowed the boat down, so I just looked up to see why and realized that we were actually pretty close to the ship. Here I'm just kind of showing off to the captain of this sweet top-down shot as we're kind of tracking along with the container ship. Flipping back over to photo mode to try and capture some more top-down shots. I noticed that on the port side of the vessel, there's two big white cranes that were sometimes blocking the view of some of the photos. So I wanted to flip back over to the starboard side to try and capture some of those similar top-down angled shots to get the entire vessel in one shot. You can also see that I just changed the overall exposure value down to minus 0.7.
A couple more and then we should be good.
Classic photographer saying right there, just a couple more.
Yep.
I think we end up spending, a little longer than, what I'd classify as just a few more. But again, just kind of firing away, trying to capture as much as we can while we still have the boat in view. Keep in mind that we were fighting against time here as there was a storm fast approaching. It took us about 30 to 45 minutes on our chase boat to get to where we were to meet the vessel, and the storm was about an hour to hour and a half away. So we wanted to provide enough time for us to not only travel out to this vessel, but as well travel back and get home in a safe amount of time. The last thing we want to do is to get trapped on our chase boat out in a bad storm. The toughest thing about capturing this boat is that because it's so big, and with our flight restrictions of only being able to fly up to 400 feet, it was pretty tough to capture the entire vessel in one shot from just your classic, aiming the camera straight down 90 degrees because the vessel was so big. I couldn't fit it all in one frame. So I had to kind of think on my feet and think of other creative ways where we could, fit the entire vessel into one shot while still being able to capture that top-down look that the client was really looking for. One thing I wish I could go back and do was set the camera settings before I took the drone off. This is normally something that I do before all of my flights and before any time I take the drone off. However, for this one, I was a little rushed at getting the drone up and having to get the drone over to the vessel before it went over to the bridge. Here you can just hear me talking to the captain. Essentially, we arrived to the boat at the, what I would say is almost the perfect time. I could have used an extra 15 minutes just to be safe, but the boat ended up coming a lot earlier than expected, as we mentioned. And, maybe we weren't able to get some shots that we wanted to, but, that's just the thing that happens with these projects is, a lot of the times it's unexpected. Sometimes it comes early. Most of the time it comes later. But, these things happen and you just got to adjust and capture, what you can while you're there. And, at the end of the day, the client loved the footage and they're able to, use a lot of it. So that's the most important thing. So you can see me here just trying to get, some more creative shots, anything that I can think of, and, these final moments before we need to bring the drone back and head back home.
All right, you can cut it here. I'll come back.
And I actually did come back that time. For those of you that are still watching, thank you so much for making it to the end. If you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it, please hit that subscribe button so you can see future videos when we upload them. Thanks so much and have a great day.